In a world where machines have become self-aware, because, that's totally plausible, and humanity is on the brink of extinction, again, because apparently we never learn, comes the fourth installment of the franchise that just won't die, Terminator Salvation. Because what we really needed was another movie about killer robots trying to wipe us out. Didn't we get the message the first 3 times? Apparently not. So, buckle up, butter your popcorn, because you're going to need something to distract you from the sheer absurdity of it all, and get ready for another dose of time-traveling, robot-smashing, and existential dread. Only this time it's different. Because it's grittier, darker, more serious. Yeah, because the previous films were known for their light-hearted, whimsical tone. This time around, we're not dealing with some plucky teenager or their surprisingly resourceful single mother. No, sir. We've jumped ahead to the future, the year 2018, to be precise. Because apparently, the apocalypse is scheduled for a specific date and time, and everyone's just cool with that. No one's trying to reschedule or anything. They're just like, yep, 2018. That's when the robots kill us all. Mark it on your calendars. Our hero this time is, well, it's supposed to be John Connor, the legendary leader of the human resistance. But let's be honest, he's more like a brooding, self-righteous, vaguely whiny dude who yells a lot. Christian Bale does his best to imbue the character with gravitas, which mostly translates to him grunting and looking constipated. Because, that's leadership. John's got a ragtag bunch of freedom fighters at his command, and they're all doing their best to survive in this post-apocalyptic wasteland. They're constantly running from Terminators, scavenging for supplies, and generally looking dirty and miserable. Which, to be fair, is probably accurate. I mean, if I was living in a world overrun by killer robots, I'd probably be pretty miserable too. And I'd definitely need a shower. But John's got a secret weapon. He's got plot armor. Because, let's face it, he's the chosen one. He's the Messiah. He's the only one who can save humanity. Even though he mostly just yells at people and makes questionable tactical decisions. But hey, he's the protagonist. He can do whatever he wants. And then there's Marcus Wright. Played by Sam Worthington, Marcus is a mysterious amnesiac who shows up out of nowhere. He's got a metal spine, a troubled past, and a really confusing backstory. Seriously, the writers clearly had no idea what to do with this character. He's a Terminator? He's human? He's something? Who knows? Who cares? Marcus spends most of the movie wandering around, looking confused and trying to figure out who he is. Which, again, is probably relatable. I often wake up on a Tuesday and have no idea what I'm doing. But at least I don't have a metal spine. Probably. So, John and Marcus team up because the plot demands it. They're both fighting the machines, so they must be allies, right? Even though they have absolutely no chemistry and seem to actively dislike each other. But hey, they're both brooding and mysterious, so that's basically the same thing. Together, they embark on a quest to infiltrate Skynet Central, which is apparently located in some nondescript factory somewhere. Because, that's where all evil corporations hide their headquarters. In abandoned warehouses. Along the way, they encounter all sorts of Terminators. There are the classic T-800s, because you can't have a Terminator movie without Arnold Schwarzenegger. Even if he's just CGI and looks like he's made of wax. There are also some newfangled Terminators, like the, wait for it, Moto Terminators. Because apparently, Killer robots on motorcycles are scarier than killer robots on foot, or in tanks, or in flying machines. No, motorcycles. That's the pinnacle of robotic terror. And let's not forget the Hydrobots. Because, you know, what's scarier than a robot? A wet robot. They're like Terminators, but they can swim. Which, admittedly, is a bit of a problem if you're trying to escape them by boat. But still, Hydrobots? Really? The movie culminates in a big, explosive battle, because of course it does. John and Marcus fight a bunch of Terminators, things blow up, and everyone yells a lot. It's all very exciting and ultimately meaningless. Because, let's be honest, we all know that the machines are going to keep coming back. That's the whole point of the franchise. They're like cockroaches. You can't get rid of them. And then there's the ending. Oh, the ending. Without giving too much away, because, you know, spoilers, let's just say it's surprising. And by surprising, I mean completely ridiculous and utterly nonsensical. It's a twist that comes out of nowhere and makes absolutely no sense. It's the kind of twist that makes you throw your hands up in the air and say, "What the heck was that?" But hey, at least it's memorable. Even if it's memorable for all the wrong reasons. So, there you have it. Terminator Salvation. A movie that's so bad, it's almost good. Almost. It's a film that's full of explosions, robots, and Christian Bale yelling. It's a film that takes itself way too seriously, despite being utterly absurd. It's a film that, well, it's a Terminator movie. What did you expect? And yet, despite all its flaws, there's something strangely compelling about Terminator Salvation. Maybe it's the sheer spectacle of it all. Maybe it's the schlocky B-movie charm. Or maybe it's just the fact that we're all suckers for movies about killer robots. Whatever it is, Terminator Salvation is a film that you won't soon forget. Even if you desperately want to. So, if you're looking for a movie that's so ridiculous it's entertaining, then Terminator Salvation is the film for you. Just don't expect it to make any sense. And for the love of all that is holy, don't try to think too hard about the plot. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the robot smashing mayhem. You might even have, dare I say, fun? Just don't blame me if you end up questioning your life choices afterwards. You've been warned.